Hey guys, it's Mike with Kiss Dog Training, and we're going to do a quick video on the idea of what's known as a tap out or wanting a belly scratch. And everybody's kind of looking at me goofy, like, what do you mean? Well, most people think that when a dog flips over on their back, they want you to rub and pet their belly. And a lot of dogs do. I always kind of, when I talk about this topic, I have a visual picture of a yellow lab or a black lab that flips on their back and starts squirreling all over the place, tails going goofy, dogs mouths wide open, lolling tongue. And they're just having a blast, and they're just like, get on the ground and play with me. Well, the problem is, because a lot of us have met dogs like that, we kind of start to make this assumption that all dogs who flip onto their back are going to want a belly scratch. Well, I am here today to talk about the fact that that doesn't always mean a belly scratch. Anybody who's ever watched MMA or been a wrestler knows that when you tap out and you tap the ground, your opponent has you in a position you want to give up. Okay? Some dogs will flip on their back out of fear because they're giving up. And people will come in to kind of give them a belly rub, and then, the unthinkable happens. The dog growls, nips, bites, because now you haven't given me a choice. The dog is thinking in their brain, I gave you all the body language I could to tell you I'm scared, leave me alone. And you come in on top of me while I'm showing my belly. Now I have to defend myself. So, I will tell you that it is not always easy to tell which one's which, and especially if you're not experienced with dog body language. One of the first things I would do is tell you there's a great DVD out there called The Language of Dogs. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on all sorts of dog sites. But if you type in Language of Dogs DVD, it's probably one of the best um, body language education videos that I've ever seen, where you get to see lots of stuff. So if you have a fearful reactive dog, just a little sidebar, that's a great DVD. To get back to it, if you can't tell, some of the things to look for is if your dog's not that easygoing, happy go lucky, wants to meet everybody, chances are when they flip on their back, it's not that I want a belly rub. If their body language is stiff, if they don't make eye contact, if they're keeping their mouth closed, or they're growling, or making noise that a normal. I mean, let's face it, a happy-go-lucky lab could be snorting and making all sorts of noise, wanting a belly scratch. But if anything makes you back up and go, that just doesn't seem normal when the dog flips over on their back, this is a good indication that this is not a please pet my belly thing. I've seen lots of people misdiagnose this and try to pet a dog. Um, it's one of those, and probably the best thing to do is just get hold of a trainer. But if you're dealing with that fearful, anxious, reactive dog, and you know that is your dog's personality, then just be aware there is a difference between please pet my belly and tap out, I give up, don't touch me. Um, it's a subtle thing. I've been training dogs for, I've owned the business for 13 years. I've done it for 15 years. It's something that took me a long time to figure out, and it's not going to be something you learn overnight. And chances are you don't have the want to be a professional dog trainer. So, if you have any questions about is this a tap out or is this a I want a belly rub, call a good positive reinforcement dog trainer that's got some experience in anxiety, reactivity, fear in dogs. I definitely would pick a trainer who's going to reward a dog for making the right choice versus punish the dog when they make the wrong choice. When we're dealing with fear, when we're dealing with reactivity, when we're dealing with some of these other topics, positive reinforcement usually is a better approach, at least in this guy's personal opinion. So, real quick video. It's all about just look at all the things that go into a dog being on their back, and don't always assume that a dog laying on their back wants their belly scratched. So, it's Mike with Kiss Dog Training. I appreciate it, and you have a good night.